How far would you go for endless energy and eternal youth? In the 1920s, the medical establishment gave its answer: drink radioactive water. Welcome back to our series examining the settled science of the past 125 years. The series was inspired by Sam Hoole, who mapped out how every decade of the last century had an institutional consensus that cost lives, and a dismissive label for anyone who disagreed. In the 20s, that consensus was radium. Following Marie Curie's Nobel Prize-winning discovery, radium was not seen as dangerous. It was hailed as a miracle element. Prominent physicians and medical journals claimed low-dose radiation stimulated cell vitality, cured fatigue, and reversed aging. It was added to toothpaste, face creams, and most famously, a patent medicine called Radithor, distilled water infused with radium. And when doctors or researchers raised early warnings about radiation toxicity, they were brushed off as scaremongers and quacks standing in the way of scientific progress. Enter Eben Byers, a wealthy Pittsburgh industrialist socialite and national amateur golf champion. After an arm injury in 1927, his physician recommended Radithor. Byers didn't just drink it, he became an evangelist for it. He drank up to 3 bottles a day for nearly 3 years, praise-filled letters sent to friends, and consumed thousands of times the lethal dose of radiation. Then his body began to disintegrate. Because the body treats radium like calcium, it deposited directly into his bones. His teeth decayed, holes formed in his skull, and his upper and lower jaw literally came away in pieces. When Byers died in 1932, his horrific death made national headlines, leading to a famous Wall Street Journal line: "The radium water worked fine until his jaw came off." He had to be buried in a lead-lined coffin. It took the gruesome death of a famous millionaire for the institutional consensus to finally collapse and pull radioactive health drinks off the market. Total confidence, critics labeled as scaremongers, and a multi-decade lag before correction. That is the pattern. If an elite consensus could ignore the obvious dangers of radiation for 2 decades, what unexamined ideas might we be taking for granted today? Next up, the 1930s, when a procedure that destroyed brain tissue won a Nobel Prize in medicine. Follow along as we examine the scientific consensus of the 20th century.